Hi, welcome to the Paper Snob. This is Tara. Today I am working on Rainbow Magic. This is a hop put out by Crazy Craft Obsession. I will link her channel as well as all of the other creators that are in this hop for this month. This month, our color is purple. Now, I don't know about you, but purple is a really hard color to find in the scrapbooking world. So when I find something purple, I tend to grab it. And I've been very excited lately to see that this color is coming out in more things. It is a color that isn't prevalent in my stash, which kind of surprised me because I don't dislike purple. In fact, I like purple. It's a couple of my kids' favorite color, and so I've used it to scrapbook both of their stuff. One's a boy, one's a girl. So I just found it odd that it wasn't a color that I had a lot of. Anyway, so I'm going to be doing some mixed media. So I'm going to stop the camera and then I'll restart it, and we'll do that we'll speed that one up. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use some packaging, and I'm going to use the packaging technique to do some ink smooshing. This is a Prima Color Blooms spray. I've had those for a little while in my stash. I don't know if they make those anymore, but they're really pretty, and I love the saturation of this particular color. I'm not having to add too much more ink to the packaging as I just kind of spray it around. So I did use a piece of packaging that had some creases in it, and it's leaving some really cool designs on my background, which kind of makes me happy. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out a stencil, and this is my well-loved Vicki Boutin X's and O's stencil. I believe this is from her Sweet Rush collection. And I'm going to use this texture paste, which is also Vicki Boutin. It is grape soda, and I believe it is also from the Sweet Rush collection. And I'm going to put that onto my background in 4 places. It is just random. I'm not trying to make it perfect or get it in an exact location. I'm just kind of sticking it on there, trying to make sure that I use up as much off my spatula as I can. That would probably help if I'd quit dipping into the jar and finish what's on my spatula first, but that's besides the point. So I've decided, I think, with what I'm going to do. My background has fully dried, and I think I'm going to go ahead and mat it on this paper. This is a Kaiser Craft paper pack. I think I said in the intro that when I see purple lavender, I pick it up because I don't have a whole lot of it. This particular collection has a lot of purple, lilac, lavender, and blues in it, and it's really pretty. And so my goal is to fussy cut this bit of flower out and use some of these florals and other flowers to kind of round it out. I really wish these sentiments weren't blue because they fit with the photo pretty well, so I'm having to pull out the blue bits and just use the purple, which is fine because I have more paper and I'm sure that I will have more photos to use with it eventually. I also found a chipboard wreath that I got in a traveling box that I participated in, where everybody puts things that they're no longer going to use into a box, and it goes down through a series of scrapbookers, and we choose and add until it comes back in the end. And when it came back to me, I had some really cute chipboard pieces that I pulled, and I think I'm going to pull that in as well. It's still in its home because I try to stay organized. I'm not always successful. So anyways, I think I'm going to trim this down about 1/8 of an inch on all sides and glue it down and just use this as a mat. This is not really thick paper, so I don't like using it for a background, but I'm okay with using it like this. So we're gonna speed you up and get started again. So now I'm ready to start building this layout. There's that wreath that I was talking about. I'm not sure what collection it's from, but I think it matches this pattern paper really, really well. Now I'm going to sit here and I'm going to fussy cut this floral embellishment cluster. Sorry I'm making you watch all of this because it does take me a little bit of time to do it. And at first I'm just kind of doing it haphazardly, just kind of getting the pieces that I know that I want cut out, and then I'll go in and I'll clean it up later. So I had to cut out some of that fussy cutting. That was just tedious to watch, and I really didn't want to make you guys watch all of that. So I've mostly got it cut down to the pieces that I think I can use. I've cut out most of the blue pieces. There might be a little bit of blue in it still, but for the most part, it is mostly the purple colors and of course the green from the leaves. And I'm just kind of cleaning up some of the edges here. So I know I want it to go on this right edge of my daughter's photo. I don't want to cover up her face, and this cluster is really large, so I'm kind of trying to make sure that it doesn't cover up anything important. I'm going to start playing with the little bits and pieces of ephemera. I'm going to cut apart these butterflies, and I'm going to use both of these butterflies on this layout. One of them is going to be off, kind of fluttering off the page on the top left, and the other one is going to end up on around the wreath area. And you saw that I was trying to move that cluster of flowers around a little bit, and I just don't like it up there at the top. I was kind of hoping to cover up the background in that photo a little bit. Courtney is at a concert this past weekend, and there's somebody in the background taking a selfie, so I was going to try to cover that up. I end up doing so with a butterfly somewhat in the end, but all in all, I'm just going to kind of just start deciding where I'm going to put things. And I'm going to use this title here, and this is from one of the new Simple Stories collections. I'm pretty sure that this particular collection was created by the designers at Bo Bunny because it really is in their style of designs. It said life is beautiful, and there was another piece of chipboard on the sheet that says you are, and I used that to cover up life is because I was going for more talking about how my daughter is a beautiful person both inside and out. So I'm kind of playing around with these butterflies, and I think I could use all of the butterflies in this collection fairly easily, but I have quite a bit of papers left and not as many pieces of ephemera. So I'm gonna kind of dial it down a little. So let's talk about what I did while the camera was shut off. I did adhere everything to the page. I added some foam tape to all of my journaling, and to those phrases at the bottom I put some foam dots underneath the butterfly so I could flip up their wings. I distressed the edges of that photo with my Tim Holtz distress tool, and then I put some foam adhesive on the bottom half of that photo because once it was on top of the wreath, of course, it was not level. That also meant I had to add a little bit of foam adhesive to the floral cluster as well as to the title. So what you see me doing here is adding some purple, and there's a couple of gold and white sequins to the layout. I got these from Peacecraft Love when she was selling physical product in her store, and she used to include like a little baggy mix of sequins in your orders, and I would dump them out into this little tray and just use them whenever I thought I needed some sparkle on my layout. So the next thing that I'm going to do here is I'm going to cover up my photo with some packaging because I want to add some white splatters. I love to add white splatters to a layout that has a monochromatic color scheme because I just love the way that looks. And so I'm cutting down this packaging so that I can cover up most of the photo. I do get some splatters on the edge of the photo, and I'm not worried about that because it was on that part that I was trying to cover up anyway, where the people in the background are taking selfies at this concert. So that turned out okay. And I really like the texture that the white splatters adds to a layout. As I finish up this layout, I want to stop and thank you for stopping by my channel today. I realize that you can go to anywhere on the internet and get inspiration, and I really appreciate when you like, subscribe, and comment on my videos. If you do have any questions about the techniques or about my layout in general, just drop them below in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Make sure you check out the description box below my video. There is a list of all of the creators playing along with this Rainbow Magic YouTube hop. You're going to see some amazing creations. Have a great day. Bye.